Good evening, manifestors. So I'm in the middle of a manifestation right now, which is for the city that I live in, Chicago, which some dumb fuck in the Oval Office thinks he's going to bring the military, like, to declare war on it. I don't know if you saw the social media post. It was on the White House Facebook where he posted, like, Chicago's going to find out why we call it the Department of War. Look, he's going to find out, because what I did when I first started hearing about him bringing the troops to Chicago, I began speaking and I began saying, if he brings the troops to Chicago, that is going to end his presidency. And that is a manifestation. So that is the manifestation we're working on right now. I am leaving this video up today on September 7th. What time is it? Yeah, September 7th, 2025. We are going to see what happened. What my manifestation was is that if he comes to Chicago, if he sends the troops to Chicago, that's going to end his presidency. Now, astrologically, there is an eclipse today. The eclipse, it was a video by Susan Lin where she had mentioned that the eclipse is going to cause him to act out emotionally and possibly screw himself over. We'll see. I don't know if that that unhinged Chicago post, to me, that is acting out irrationally. And yeah, we'll see. So yeah, we're gonna do the live manifestation. I've got my tarot cards, I've got my Bible, I've got my notebook, I've got my computer. We're gonna see yeah, what is behind this. I got the pendulum too. What is going on? Or rather, my manifestation, what I spoke, ending this presidency by sending the troops to Chicago. Oh, you know what else? Chicken is here. Let's see if she's gonna come on there. Oh, she ain't. That's okay. But she came to, and she doesn't usually come by when I'm reading, so that's cool. Well, sometimes she does. So yes, what's going to happen with this manifestation? I am asking the highest authority in the universe to speak through me today and to show us all what is going to happen. Think through my mind, speak through my lips, let the word come forth unhindered and unchecked by any outside force. Let signs, wonders, and miracles follow the words spoken. In Jesus' mighty name. All right. Okay, we're going to do the cards. That's what's happening. There have been other readers who saying that this effery is meant to end in September of 2025. Sterling Psychic Medium read on that. He's not the only one. I'm just not recalling at the moment, like, who else said September. But I'm here for it. I am here for it. Yeah, here for it. Chicago as a city has made me very, like, proud to be living here. There have been massive protests that I've heard about happening over this weekend that I didn't even know about until after they happened. I'm like, and I feel like I try to stay pretty much on top of these things, but I haven't been. I feel like my role in the resistance is more going to be on the back end at this time. It's more manifesting. I'm not against direct action. I have been the worst, not the most effective thing. Trolling the White House Facebook page is not the most effective thing, but this is my way of saying I'm not afraid of you. every day I troll them. Every time I see a post from them, I reply with like, now that's what I call a distraction from the Epstein files. Or there's another one that says, it shows like Trump poking the United States and saying, come on, do a civil war. Like, I've just got memes. Memes, and these videos are my resistance right now. And of course, the manifestation, the prayers, the speaking the intended effect, impossible or not. It's like when I heard that he wants to send troops to Chicago, I'm like, no, that is going to be a mistake that he's going to regret. And that's what I keep saying. When okay, there is a Bible verse about this. It's the woman with the issue of blood. I'm going to find it in a minute. So what happened is the woman was having basically her period for like 18 years straight, or 12 years, some long period of time. And the story says that she found Jesus, and she kept saying, if I can only touch his clothes, I will be healed. And she did, and when she touched him, he knew it immediately. He was like, who touched me? Someone touched me, power went out from me. And the disciples are like, everyone's touching you, we're in a crowded place. He's like, no, someone touched me. And the woman came forward, and she told him what happened, and he said, your faith has healed you, go now. And something like that. I'm going to find it. Woman with the issue of blood. So you can look up that story. It is Luke 8, verse 43 through 48. So that is for the record. I thought something in 10 seconds. Okay. So I don't remember where I was with that, but it was about, you have to keep saying it. When you're especially when you're manifesting something that is really impossible, you've got to keep saying it. Keep saying it. So I keep saying, he ain't coming to Chicago, or if he comes to Chicago, he's going to regret it. So let's see. If he comes to Chicago, he's going to regret it, because I keep saying it. Actually, I'm going to read the Bible passage as it is written. This is coming. Oh, no, I'll use my actual Catholic Bible now that I know where to look it up. Chicky Wing, what you doing? Hey, baby. All right. Hold up. No, we don't need to see the cat, so there she is. That's not her. That's my stuff. There she is. Yeah, I know. All right. Okay, chapter 8, 43 through 48. Okay, actually, I'm going to start with verse 40. Yeah, it'll be 40 through 48. When Jesus returned, the crowd welcomed him, for they had all been waiting for him. Then a man named Jairus, the leader of the synagogue, came forward. Throwing himself at the feet of Jesus, he pleaded with him to come to his house, because he had an only daughter, about 12 years old, who was dying. And as Jesus went forth, the crowds were pressing on him. There was a woman who had been suffering from bleeding for 12 years, but no one had been able to cure her affliction. Coming up behind him, she touched the fringe of his cloak, and her bleeding stopped immediately. Jesus then asked, who was it who touched me? When everyone denied doing so, Peter said, Master, the crowds are surrounding you and pressing closely upon you. But Jesus said, someone touched me, for I could sense power going out from me. When the woman realized that she had not escaped notice, she came forward, trembling, and knelt down before him. In the presence of all the people, she related why she had touched him and how she had been healed immediately. Then Jesus said to her, daughter, your faith has healed you. Go in peace. Now, this version doesn't say where she kept saying, if I can touch his clothes, he will be well. I'm going to see if I can find that version. I wonder if it's written in one of the other Gospels. Luke 8:43-48. Oh, it's in Matthew also, and in Mark. Okay, we're going to find it. I want to see where she kept saying it, so please bear with me. It's like, I feel like this is important for manifestation, because if something's not working, if it's not happening, sometimes you got to keep saying it. So I want to find out where it specifically says she kept saying it. Oh, man. Oh, there it is. In Matthew 9:31, it said, or 9:20 through 22. Suddenly, a woman who had suffered from bleeding from 12 years came up behind him and touched the fringe of his cloak, for she thought to herself, "If only I touch his cloak, I shall be healed." Jesus turned and saw her, and he said, "Take heart, daughter, your faith has healed you." And from that moment, the woman was cured. As it comes to the political situation, I have nothing but faith that this will end well for us. And the reason that I have all this faith is because after the election happened, and after I got woken up with many of us at 4 a.m. and knew something was wrong, I knew what was wrong. I knew that what we saw happen was not the correct result. I knew that this was not what was supposed to be. So I knew it was going to end. And I prayed for like 2 months straight, like really intensely. I got a lot of messages to back that up. So that's why I'm like, I keep saying this is not what my country is meant to be. Like I've seen the end of this. I've seen the correct president come back into office. I've seen it. So I'm posting this, and this is for the future reference. I do want to see what the cards are going to say though. So let's do it. Let's do it. I apologize. I'm not I don't have the best like setup right now, so I can't shuffle them on camera. I would love to, you can hear them, but you can't see. But look, if I was going to stack the deck, I'm too lazy. I'm too lazy to stack the deck to make it say what I wanted to say. There's no point. So trust me or don't. It is all good. One day I'm gonna manifest right now. One day I will have it set up where you can see me shuffle the deck and you can see all the cards except for the naked ones. So there you go. So Trump coming to Chicago being the end of his regime. That is what we're manifesting. That is what the vision is. I mean, I see it. I see it. I've been disappointed before, but I see it. We're going to see what happens. All right, I want to shuffle these one more time. I'm not happy with how they are. This is the Modern Witch deck, and it's a little too big to fit into my hands, but it's happening. Yeah, I really love this deck. This deck is like everything in America that the oligarchs don't want, and I'm here for it. So, okay. The current situation is the 10 of Pentacles reversed. Yep, our prosperity is upside down. This is not the way any of this is supposed to be going. Good times. Challenged by the 2 of Cups reversed. This is like a good relationship It's a love relationship. It's reverse. I don't know what that means. Do not know what that means in this situation. Well, we're supposed to have a good relationship with our country. That is not what we're seeing at the moment. That's our challenge. I mean, the supposed president of the United States talking about making war on an American city is definitely a dereliction of what your relationship should be with your government. The goal, somebody's goal, his goal is to burden us with fear. That's what this is about. This is about making the people afraid. And that's why when he posted that, I replied and I said, what? I don't remember what I said. I said 8647 FDT and gave him the finger. Like, because at this point, I am not, like, we still have a First Amendment. We still have a Second Amendment. We still have a Constitution. We still have constitutional rights. And I'm not afraid of him. And I don't think any of us should be. I do not believe, I mean, okay, there are people who have good reason to be afraid. But I feel like the more of us are not afraid of him, the better everything's going to be. He's trying to burden us with fear. Who is it? Cliff Cash. He said, fascists feed on fear. It's time to fucking starve them. The subconscious influences are the King of Pentacles reversed. This is, I mean, yeah. This is the mythical cowboy, the tech bros, those who seek wealth on the frontier, always looking for the new things on the horizon. I mean, this is a good thing. This is not meant to be a bad thing, doing that. Like, society will go nowhere without the innovators, without the trailblazers, without, like, we can and should, like, honor and respect those people. But when it turns into the innovation and trailblazing and discovery, like, all at someone else's expense, like, that is not a sustainable way to build a society. But that is, anyone, and I'm including myself in this because I have benefited from citizenship here. I can't deny that. Anyone who has benefited from the wealth of this nation has to face this, has to reckon with this, has to reckon with how that wealth is not all ill-gotten wealth, but some of it may be. And if some of my wealth is ill-gotten, then I do owe a debt to society. I do owe a debt to those who have been oppressed. And we can tell ourselves that we don't owe anyone anything. We can tell ourselves that it's their own fault that they were oppressed. But we can't hide from the truth forever. Now, you may speak to the universe. You may speak to your spirit guides, whoever you hold most sacred, and you may find that you don't owe anything. And if that's the case, that's great. You don't owe anything. But you may find that you do. Even the Bible says, owe no man anything but to love one another. And that may be the truth of it. I'm going to look that one up too. Owe no man anything but love. Where is it? Romans 13:8. Okay. It says, owe nothing to anyone except the debt of love you owe one another. The one who loves others has fulfilled the law. You shall not commit adultery, you shall not kill, you shall not steal, you shall not covet, and every other commandment are all summed up in this: you shall love your neighbor as yourself. I actually wouldn't be opposed to, they're talking about putting the 10 commandments up in the public schools. If they put you shall love your neighbor as yourself, if every other commandment is summed up in that, and the reason I'm not opposed to that is because, like, Christianity is not the only religion that has that. Like, the golden rule, many religions have that. So I don't see that as being a, like, privileging one religion over another. You should love your neighbor as yourself. Do unto others as you would have them do unto you. Harm none and do what you will. Like, they all, like, many faiths have that concept. And I'm not opposed to that being known. But yeah, so embrace the fact that you may or may not owe something to your fellow man, in America specifically. Whew. Yeah. I mean, the fact that I feel that I owe something to my fellow man, that's why I'm manifesting, that's why I'm doing these readings, because at least I owe that. I owe the truth as I see it, to speak it, and to not stop speaking it, even though free speech is being chilled at this time. I'm not, very important to not stop, for me. In the past, we had the 5 of Cups reversed. So, and I feel like, as much as I feel like the election was stolen, I also feel like the political left, like, we're always looking at, like, what's wrong. And, like, there are these 2 cups behind us. Like, we could look at them. We could look at what we do have. We could look at the power that we do have. But that would be the message if this card was upright. So if this is reversed, then that's in the past. But what I'm feeling is that this is about, it's like the election went the way it went. What are you going to do about it? And I think that the reason that this is reversed is because we haven't figured out, as a collective, what we're going to do about it. Now might be the time. In the future, we have the 4. Are all my cards reversed? Not that 10 of Wands, that wasn't. The 4 of Pentacles reversed. This is, I mean, I feel like this is the oligarchs trying to hold on to their money. This whole situation that we're in is caused by trying to hold on to money. I mean, the entire systemic racism is caused by trying to hold on to money. It is money. It is not anything else but money. The hate, the discrimination is just an excuse to, like, hold on to money and keep other people from having it. It's literally as simple as that. That is why I'm also working on a money manifestation course. It may be a YouTube video, it may be a course release. Like, I'm working with another creator who actually handles money in, like, 3D money in real life better than I do. Like, I can manifest it, but I cannot budget it. So it'll be good. It'll be great. It's upcoming, but the whole situation we're in, this is also why I have videos like Reading the Science of Getting Rich by Wallace D. Wattles on my channel. He said in that book, he said something about that you can make all the money you need, like infinite substance, like, is here to give more life to all, less life to none. And that you can go into business and make all the money you need without having to beat anyone, without having to take anything away from anyone else. And that concept when I first saw it, it just hit me. It's so important to me, that anyone can prosper without doing evil. It's possible. I mean, I feel like the way that the business culture in the United States has been set up, it's like there's a lot of, I mean, why do we have an FDA? Because like lots of things are being sold that were not good. And this is not just an American problem, this is a worldwide problem. A lot of countries are full of fraud. It's not just us. But the Lord hates dishonest scales, but accurate weights are his delight. Let's find out where that one is from. I feel like the first time that I read through the Bible like that, the Lord hates dishonest scales, it came up to me like over and over and over again. But it's actually just in one, no, it's in more than one place. Proverbs 11:1, Leviticus 19:35. Well, let's read them both. Let's find them. Okay, Proverbs 11:1 in the Catholic Bible, it says, false scales are an abomination to the Lord, but a true weight is pleasing to him. I'm going to assume everyone here is an adult and that many of you have a job. And I'm assuming that everyone has been asked to falsify a scale at one time or another. Like, it's just like something you have to do. You don't think about it. But false scales are an abomination to the Lord. A true weight is pleasing to him. I'm going to find where it is written in Leviticus. It's Leviticus 19:35 through 36. And this was like the law of Moses. Where are we at? It says, you shall not cheat in measuring lengths or weights or volumes. You'll use honest scales, honest weights, an honest ephah, and an honest hin. I am the Lord your God who brought you out of the land of Egypt. Therefore you will observe all of my statutes and decrees and follow them. I am the Lord. Now, this specifically says, like, when measuring lengths, weights, or volumes, I believe that we need to use honest scales when measuring anything and everything. And so this Four of Pentacles reversed is speaking about that dishonesty in business, that dishonesty with money, the dishonest ways that people try to keep the money to themselves. You can't keep it by doing these dishonest things. It's not going to stay in your hands. And in the future, it will not stay in their hands. So it seems like this manifestation is happening. I am placing this here for a witness that in the future, this money will not stay, the dirty money will not stay in the hands of the people who have exploited others for it. How we see ourselves at this moment. Let me censor the devil. Oh my God. Yeah. It's like, so a lot of Americans do feel guilty about our past as a nation. A lot of people don't. A lot of people feel like we should never be made to feel guilty about our past. But are we being made to feel guilty? Or do we just automatically feel guilty when we find out what we did? If we made a deal with the devil, we can unmake it. I mean, if we are a nation with a Judeo-Christian background, and if the whole point of Christianity is that you can be forgiven for what you've done before, and when you're forgiven, it ends. Like, when you're forgiven, everything you've done disappears. Like the sin doesn't exist anymore. You just walk away from it. Like it seems unfair. It seems whack and wild, but this is how it works. Like it doesn't matter what you've done in the past. It doesn't matter what your ancestors have done in the past. You can turn over a new leaf right now, and that doesn't mean that what they did wasn't wrong. But even if they did wrong, even if your ancestor was the worst murderer ever, you can still, like, they can be forgiven. You can be forgiven for what you benefit if you benefited from murder. Like, this doesn't have to keep a hold on us. We can walk away from it. All right. Views of others. The Nine of Wands reversed. I do not recall the meaning of this card. I'm going to look it up. Nine of Wands reversed. It's like having just won a battle, but there's these 9 wands behind her that are like, hey, like we're still gonna get you. I feel like, so I was talking to my friend about what God wants us to do, and to her it was simple. She's like, we're supposed to be in community. When you're in community, other people can see what you can't see. When we're in the community of like nations in the world, like other countries can see what we can't see about ourselves. I think that looking at media sources, not just from our own country, but from other places, you get a fuller picture of the truth of your situation. I'm going to see what else it says about this card, but that's what I'm getting from that card, that we can benefit from an outside perspective on it, on whatever we're going through. It says you've got your fighting gear ready, your wands all stacked neatly in a wall of defense backing you up. You've prepared for a good fight. It's time to wrap those knuckles and get dirty. There's a battle ahead, so don't compromise. You have the strength and courage to stand your ground and defend what you have built. And you know what? I think people are looking at us and saying, why are they not in the streets? Why are they not rallying? Why are they not taking down this regime? Citizens of the United States of America are the sovereign. The president is not the sovereign. The citizens are the rulers of the country. So why are we not removing them? Why are we not removing an unlawful regime? The hopes and fears. The Two of Pentacles. This is like it's a material decision. Why are all my cards are reversed today? It's a material decision being made. And I think it's a hard one to make. I think it's very difficult. It is very difficult as an individual. I mean, it's hard to boycott Amazon. It's not hard to boycott Target, but it's hard to boycott Amazon. It's difficult. It's difficult to do a general strike. It's difficult to live in a way that we're not used to. A big part of resistance is building capacity. We have each other, but this is hard. And it's individual sacrifice and collective. It's like we're being challenged to live our values and to really live them in every aspect of our life. I'm being challenged. I mean, there's certainly ways in which I'm not, maybe not doing it right. Any one of us can look in the mirror, take that look at yourself, like, is there more that I could be doing? There's definitely more I could be doing. There's definitely more. Maybe different direction, but this moment demands a look within. This is not spiritual bypassing. This is a look within to see, where do I contribute to the situation that I'm finding myself in. It's not victim blaming to say, I mean, obviously, this is not a question that you ask someone who's just been a victim of a crime. This is spiritual work. This is inner work. This is how have I contributed to my situation? What can I do to deny that contribution? The outcome here Six of Wands reversed. Everyone calls this card the false victory. It's like the person's riding back from battle. Man, she's dressed so cool. And this lady behind her is like, yeah. I feel like the outcome is still in question. I feel like it's saying that I don't think that in this deck, this Modern Witch deck, I wouldn't call this a false victory. It seems legit, but you know what? It's not a happy. They don't look happy. So it's like the victory that may come at a cost. I'm going to say the victory may come at a cost, and it's in question, like whether we're going to pull it off. This is going to be a long one. My battery might die before I get done with this manifestation. So if it does, I guess I'll just have to pick it up again. But let me see. I don't know how much I got left. So all right. So if our outcome's still in question, what do I do? What do we do? The manifestation is that this Trump presidency will end, or the presidency doesn't have to end, but his evil has to come to an end by him trying to come to Chicago. So I feel like there's more to be done. I have the pendulum in my hand. We're gonna see what happens. Okay, show me yes. I mean, I may be like directing this. Let me give it a minute to like do its own thing. Show me yes. That looks like a very wide circle. Okay, show me no. So no is like a side to side straight line. Okay. In order for this fascist regime in the United States to be ended, is there something that I have to do specifically as a person? Is there something I need to do to bring this to an end? No. Is this going to happen? Is this already done? Is it already in motion? Yes. Is this being in motion anything to do with me having spoken it? Yes. Would this be in motion even if I hadn't spoken it? Yes. Is that because someone else may have spoken it? Yes. It's crazy how like widely this thing moves. So if this is already in motion because it's been spoken, do we just wait for it? I think that's still a yes. Just wait for it? Maybe not. Do we just wait for it? No, that's a yes. That's like a very tentative yes. So wait for it. Is it going to happen this month? Okay then. This has been the live manifestation of the Trump regime being ended by him coming to Chicago. This is September 7th. I might have said it's the 6th, but this is September 7th, 2025. And we'll see what happens.